It's time. It's that time of week again for another baggy time-lapse video. And you guys voted. Thank you guys so much. 25 whole people as of recording this have voted on my poll for what they would like to see next. And you guys decided an original character, an OC, baby. And today, I have chosen my OC, known as Kiana Corvana, better known as Casey. Kiana Corvana is her whole ass first name, that's why she goes by Casey. Casey is one of the first OCs I've ever made. Next to my babies, who you don't get to know about them yet, I'm sorry. Casey she's my silly little girl. She's my goofy little goober. And today's video is going to be a little structured a little differently because I'm going to be talking less about the drawing itself and more about the character. But let's just jump right into it. So, who is Casey? Casey is an anomaly. She's also a space alien. She's both a space alien and an anomaly. She's an anomaly not dissimilar to Miles Morales from Spider-Man, from the Spider-Verse movies. But whereas Miles is an anomaly because he was bitten by something that wasn't supposed to bite him, that wasn't from his universe, Casey is an anomaly in the fact that she was never supposed to exist at all in the first place. She is my little cosmic goof-up. She's my little cosmic mistake. And as such, she is also immortal. So she can't die of old age, which takes a toll on her mental health very often. The first thing we can get into about Casey is that the reason she is such a doer, she does all sorts of things. She does art, she does music, she does fashion, she does construction, like making weapons and stuff. She loves trying new things, all sorts of stuff. Because she's trying to distract herself from the fact that one day she will be alive and everyone else she ever loved will be dead. So, she tries to keep herself preoccupied by doing all sorts of fun, goofy things. Casey, her origins are unknown because I haven't written them yet, but she spends a good amount of her childhood on a planet called Drellano. Drellano is a real bad place to be. You don't want to be on Drellano. The quickest way I can sum up Drellano is it's a crime planet and a trash heap planet. So, the galactic worlds, the unified galactic worlds, will send all their garbage there, and they'll send all their people garbage as well. Any criminal they don't want to deal with that's too insane or too crazy, they would send to Drellano and just strand them there. Eventually, they started getting lazy and they would start sending a bunch of people to Drellano for, minor offenses and stuff. Drellano eventually built its own civilization on the planet and is now run by criminals. Casey grew up on Drellano, but unlike most people who grow up there, she is a very nice person. She's got a heart of gold, and she was very lucky to surround herself with a crew on Drellano that was somewhat sane. She had access to all sorts of human garbage, which sparked her biggest obsession being humans. She loves humans. Casey is a huge human fan, whereas most people in the context of her world have a speciesism towards humans because humans are unimpressive and they don't really do anything cool. They can't do magic, they don't have powers, their technology is pretty behind compared to the rest of the galaxy, so they're seen as weak and useless. Casey loves them for their culture, their content, their character, and Casey loves them for their lack of advancedness has sparked, comparatively, a very unique culture among humans, and she loves like human technology, human movies, human like just anything human. Human games, human sports, human foods. She is obsessed with humanity. She's obsessed with the concept of it, and it's her special interest. Touching on her design really quick, we can see her long tail. So I imagine her tail to be stretchy as like a bungee cord. Casey has a lot of weird, really weird attributes, being an anomaly. I kind of imagine her as like a few different species mixed into one. So she's got a little heart tail. The heart at the end of her tail glows, and her tail again is stretchy. She's got big old Yoda ears. That was the main inspiration for her ears, was Yoda, because I think it's adorable. She's got 2 little horns and strands of hair that resemble bunny ears. And yeah, her eyelashes. Her eyelashes look like stars because, you know, space motif. She also has a gap because a lot of my OCs have a gap because I think gaps are cute. That's my reason. That is my entire reason for that. As well as her necklace, who was created for her by her current caretaker, Tiv. Tiv is something we can talk about another time, but in his culture, in his species tradition, it's tradition to make that necklace for people you care about. So he made one for her, and it's one of her most prized possessions. She loves it. Going back to her as a character, she, like I said, she loves to preoccupy herself with all sorts of things. She's a wannabe rock star. She loves human music and loves rock especially, so she made her own guitar. She loves fashion. She loves making fun clothes and all sorts of outfits for herself. She loves doing art. She loves spray paint art and like spray painting large murals and stuff like that. She loves making guns because she thinks guns are fun, which is some of the Drolano upbringing showing there. In this drawing, we have a finger gun pose for her main power set, which is gravity. She is a gravity manipulator, which turns out is a lot more OP than I thought it was when I decided her powers would be gravity related. But one of her signature moves is the creation of white holes, which is a not real thing. I think it's like theoretical, but like when I was researching it, it's like it can mathematically exist, but it can't physically exist. I don't know. It's quite literally the opposite of a black hole. It expels everything around it. So what she does is she makes finger guns and uses controlled white holes to use as kind of like laser beams. And I think it's cool. I think it's a fun way for her to do weapons. Though she usually prefers to use the guns she makes when it's real serious times and she needs to lock the fuck in. She'll use her gravity powers. She can fly, though it's more like changing her center of gravity, so she pulls herself around really fast. She can make things heavier, make things lighter, all the stuff that comes with gravity. She can make mini black holes, stuff like that. And once she gets older, her gravity manipulation gets a lot stronger, and that's when it gets really overpowered, and you start getting into reality manipulating bullshit, which is something we'll get to that bridge when we cross it. Finally, coloring the cutie patootie in, we can see her star eyes. She has little galaxies in her eyeballs. Real cool stuff. Purple skin, dark purple fade once it progresses down to her arms and legs. And there's little dark purple spots all over her. She's got like a really bluish, like an indigo hair. And drawing the white hole, I tried some different variations of the white hole, and I end up going with this one right here. Shade that bad boy. Shade the cutie patootie. And that is Kiana Corvana, one of my first OCs, Casey. There you guys go. I know I don't have 3 drawings this time because I honestly did not expect you guys to pick an OC. I'm going to be real with you guys. So my brain was already preparing to draw Batman or Venom or Rodan. So I was kind of surprised that you guys really wanted to see an OC. So I'm very flattered, but also I do apologize for not having as quality of a video this time. But if you like KC and want to see more of her or want to see her friends, let me know in the comments, and I will draw, I will atone for my sins, and I will draw more KC images, because clearly there's not enough content here. You know, art's a bitch. Sometimes you're really good at drawing, sometimes you can't do shit. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. There was a third drawing on this sheet that I did the whole thing and then deleted it, because I didn't like it. Sometimes that's how art goes, you know? It can be a bitch sometimes, and I hope you guys understand, but I do apologize for not having a third drawing this time. But I hope you like her. I do. She's my cutie patootie. And yeah, again, let me know if you want to see more from her world, if you want to see her friends, if you want to see the rest of her crew, and if you want to see more of her. That is a taste of a Baggy OC. And until next time, I've been Baggy. Thank you so much for watching. Stay creative, and I'll see you in the next video, which should be Batman. I'm pretty sure is what the vote came out to. Yeah. See you guys next time. Love you. Bye.